Not much. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know.
So far in my melee journey, what has happened in the past week is I went to a local. I felt very sweaty and disgusting because I didn't have time to take a shower. And so that usually means I play worse, like I mentioned. But
Yeah.
I still tried my best to play reactive, and I think that worked. So
That's good.
I recorded some, but I forgot to upload them. It was against the Falcon guy again, and then he got upsetted by the Marth player, and so I played the Marth player. Both were 3-0. I think I was playing reactive, although I still felt disgusting. So it's good that my bottom is reacting, I guess. Or at least when I try really hard to. So, so that happened. Other than that, it's a hard knock life for your boy, so all my practices, a lot of it's net play. So I net played SFAT for a long time, and I did a lot of net play doubles, because in 2 weeks at Smash and Splash, I'm going to be teaming with Ginger, and
nice.
It'd be cool to do well. So I really got to make sure I study you in Swedish. I think Armada's Falco and Android, and there's one more, I forget, I need to study. I guess that's about it. I just panic uploaded one netplay friendly with SFAT. It was close to the end of the session. Maybe we could look at that. Maybe we could look at doubles. But I don't know. I don't know. Also, I'm pretty lost with tech chasing. I'm not sure if the DI is slight to like delay it extremely deliberately and react to tech in place with turnaround grab, or if I'm just delaying the turnaround a little more than I normally would. Because reacting with turnaround grab is very awkward. But it does technically make sense, like it should work. But reacting tech in place is already so hard. But yeah.
You don't want to react to the tech in place with the turn and the grab. You just want to turn. You just want to turn at the last second once you realize it, right?
That sounds like a little more doable.
For sure.
But I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I would think that the turnaround thing is probably not worth doing because it's like a trade-off, I guess, because like it's a kind of hard input. It's an extra frame, but if you grind it out,
frame.
What?
It's hard to end as an extra frame. I definitely don't think it's worth it.
Okay, but then slide DI is very not good. But also, like, there's, like, dash back and turnaround crouch and turnaround jab. So I think you're right. I'm going to try to see if I can delay it as much as possible while still keeping it not dumb.
You have, like, a pretty long time to delay it.
Okay, I will...
Like, you can literally turn around, like, at any point after they hit the ground, pretty much.
I see.
You know what I mean? Like, you have the entire time they're in the air, the entire time when they hit the ground, and then you have another, like, 17 or 18 frames to turn.
Okay. Do you think... But, like, I want to turn around late because, like, if it's perfect, like, 7-5 or 7-6, should I, like... I want to delay that so that I can really be confident in...
I don't know. I still think one of the easiest things to do is to turn around immediately if you think they're behind you, and then it'll be obvious that they're not behind you, and you can turn back around.
So you just buffer turnaround after the down throw? And
No, I don't buffer. I just turn if I think they're behind me. Like, I try to make a judgment call, but, like, I make it based off, like, my judgment call is good enough to cover, like, let's say the majority of people slide DI.
Okay.
And then, like, versus this very small proportion of people who are good enough at it that my first judgment call was wrong, then I just fix it right after.
So, but, okay, so you turn around and then you turn back around as soon as you realize that was wrong?
Yeah. But it like, I don't know if it actually changes which side they land on. It might. I haven't labbed it. But, like, when you turn, because your whole hurt box changes, it's, like, much more obvious where they are.
Okay, I will grind that out. I don't want to grind out the walk thing, because I feel like all that does is change the slight DI values, which obviously they won't be prepared for, but I don't want to revolve my entire gameplay around
I don't
some...
know, I think that's pretty good too, because if you think about it, like, it's still just another variable they have to account for. And I don't think anyone's going to have the perfect slight DI for normal down throw, and then the perfect slight DI for a walk, and then also have the perfect slight DI for if you turn immediately, right? Like, you can make it as hard on them as it is on you, essentially.
That's true.
And I don't think that's like cheese. It's just like not humanly possible to like do all of these things perfectly.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I actually think immediate walking's pretty good.
I see. I have a lot to think about in practice. I really want to know if delaying it makes it doable.
I mean, I think the problem with delaying it though is you might just be wrong.
What do you mean?
Like, yeah, I do the delayed turnaround versus everyone, but the problem is like if they're actually as perfect as you're worried about, then you're just gonna delay it and be wrong.
That sucks.
Like, delay is how I always do it. But, like, you're right that, like, yeah, if someone was literally perfect, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. And honestly, it seems like it's somewhat doable. Like, I think Rocky, in particular, for some reason, just kind of has it down. But everyone else is kind of but, like, Rocky's good.
Yeah. I mean, I still think you spend way too much time worrying about this when you have other things to work on.
Yeah, but this is my whole punish game. I want to be
it's
good
your whole
at
punish game in 2 matchups.
Yeah, but none of the other matchups are a problem. They're all free.
That's not true. That's not true at all. Does that mean you're going to beat Wizzy when you play him?
Yep.
Are you going to beat Zane next time you play him?
Yep.
Okay.
I'd say I JV5 them, but I crouch cancel too much.
That's pretty funny. No, but like, yeah, it matters, but like, it's not that important that like you should be spending that much time. Especially because I already know all the answers. Like, I already figured this out like a billion years ago.
Okay, but I want to practice the right way. That's what I'm really worried about. I want to practice tactician.
Versus the best thing to do is 20xx it and understand what it looks like when they land on each side, and just actually knowing for sure because you've labbed it will solve your problem versus 99% of opponents. And then automatically it's probably not worth spending more time than that. And then if you really want to spend more time than that, I think turning based on an early judgment call and then turning back around is probably the easiest thing.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like would a really good slight DI, like say they get lucky and get a really good slight DI versus your turnaround, I think because you've turned around, would it just be really easy to eyeball? Because your back is facing them, I think. Or is it equally difficult?
Wait, I'm confused. What are you saying?
If you do the turnaround and they do the quote unquote best DI versus the turnaround accidentally, then like,
I'm saying you only turn around as a judgment call, so it's not like you're doing it preemptively.
Yeah. But if they just get lucky and they do a perfect DI versus that, I feel like
I don't think there is a perfect DI.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, does that even exist?
It's just literally you just try to guess based on what it looks like. Like, if there's only a good DI versus a preemptive turnaround.
Okay.
But you're not preemptively turning around. You're turning around when you actually see which one you think it is.
Okay. See that's I mean? Like, the reason I'm so worried about it is because I don't know what to practice. I don't know if I should be a pivot god. I don't know if I should be
No.
You don't think I should be a pivot god?
I mean, you can do it if you want.
You don't like the pivot god lifestyle?
I mean, I was the one who came up with it.
It's so anime.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't think you have to spend time on it. I think you just have to do 2 things. 1, figure out where they are exactly. And then 2, trust yourself to make a judgment call and just see like for example, try it versus Uncle Punch, and just every time try to guess pretty early on which one it is, and then just pause it after your character turns around and see how obvious it is which side they're on. And I think you'll see that it's extremely obvious.
Okay, I'll definitely do that. Because, like, I've
Yeah.
been practicing it just, like, set it to tech in place, set it to slight DI, and grinding it over and over again. And I'm just sad, because hours go by. And
Yeah, that's a waste of time.
oh, but I thought it's a good way to spend time.
I mean, kinda. I don't think you should be spending hours and hours on it.
Yeah, make me cry. Here's me versus SFAT. I just quickly uploaded one game thanks to the beautiful technology we have nowadays.
Okay.
Dude,
yeah. Does it make sense that you should not spend that much time on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it does. But
important.
like, I just wanna. I wanna. I'm in a weird place where I don't know how I should be tech chasing, so that's why I'm so concerned with it. Because what if I'm tech chasing all wrong and I should be completely reworking it?
Well, isn't that why spending hours on it is even worse?
Yeah, but
Because you're just literally ingraining hours of muscle memory.
Because I'm not sure if. Because if my tech chasing actually, to my unbeknownst to me, is like wrong, then my whole game falls apart, I think. And so that's what I'm really worried about, because Fox and Falco have been pretty hard for me. Fox a lot more so. And so I think, like, if I clean up my ledge dashes and my tech chasing, it'll be so much easier for me. Because getting reversal makes me sad. And a lot of it's because of select DI, so.
Yeah.
So, I can win neutral a million times, but if I lose neutral when I win neutral, then I'm sad.
I mean, trust me, I understand that better than anyone.
Yeah.
But, again, I don't think that means you should be spending hours on it.
Yeah. I guess I haven't. I spent like 1 hour on Thursday before playing with SFAT.
I think that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So, wait, did you create a donger? Oh, there's the donger. Okay. Oh yeah, I did the game plans thing.
That's good.
I wrote them all out. So,
Okay.
you want to look at them?
Sure.
That was my homework. You didn't even check for my homework.
Oh, we didn't get to because you wanted to complain about slight DI.
Slight DI is the bane of my existence. Hungry Box is fighting Leffen right now. That's crazy.
Nope. Well, did you?
Yeah,
Oh, you put it here.
Oh, I'm dumb.
I mean, I'm sure someone will be happy to see it. I think you can F tilt at low percent versus Fox just in general, but I understand.
What?
Yeah, I told you this last time. I mean, it's true. This is like a good note for like a bad Sheik, but I think that F tilt is sometimes good.
What? I don't believe it.
They can't always hold down in every situation.
Wait, but doesn't Fox just need to exist, not hold down? Versus from 0 to 20. When you touch him, all he needs to do is exist, right?
Wait, why? If you F tilt him at 20, you're not in a bad spot if he didn't hold down.
Oh. But you are at 0, right?
Yeah, like 0, I wouldn't. Like, yeah, if you F tilt him at literally 0, you will not be in a good position after.
I always look at it like 0 to 20, you're not allowed to use any move except for these moves.
No, that's not totally true. I mean, I think it's a good rule to follow, but I think there are exceptions to it.
Okay, so F tilt near like 20 works.
I mean, you don't have to change anything in it, but I was just telling you, I think like being more flexible is good.
Okay.
You should know the game well enough to know when it's a good and bad idea.
I probably do to an extent.
That's good. Just making sure. Anyway. I mean, do you think those notes are the notes that are important for you to know before a tournament match?
I think so. But,
Okay.
like, then again, I didn't even realize the F-tilt thing until you pointed it out last week.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, is that even, like, the important thing? Because, like, I feel like the point of the game plan list is to have stuff that you know will help you play well in tournament. And that was, like, something you weren't even aware of, but that's, like, the majority of your note. So it's like,
Yeah.
do you feel like just knowing that will guarantee you play well?
Versus Fox?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I can never guarantee that I'll play well, but
We'll, like, play decent at least.
I think so because I literally played like he was in a fluffy ice climber.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know too much if I'll do that again because I did stuff like full hop needles at spacings where it was just garbanzo. I don't really know how to articulate in words that like.
Yeah, but again, that was only one set. I don't know if that describes how you typically play bad versus Fox.
I don't think so. I think it was an exception because I had no time from work and I was like, I'm gonna study a shit ton of ice climbers and I don't have time to study for fiction and I don't have time to practice tech chasing, and then it paid off, I guess. But versus fiction was so awful. But yeah.
Okay. So, but you get what I mean with the notes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I used to have.
Like, maybe you can change or update them. Also, like, I don't think you need to make them too complicated. You just need to say things that you personally understand. So,
Okay.
like, a lot of the times you can internalize entire concepts with just one or two words because, like, to you, they would mean that thing, you know?
That's true. I tried
just,
not
like,
to make it too lengthy because I used to have game plans that were just pages.
Yeah. You just want to refer to it quickly and make sure it puts you in a good mindset, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
I asked Wembo if my water smelled bad, and he also thought it smelled bad. So I need to figure out if my water filter's messed up or not.
That's the best possible explanation. Don't
Yeah,
get poisoned.
But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so does that make sense for the game plans?
Yeah, should be
let's add
specific
some
to me, and should just be things that I don't already know.
Plans. No, it can be things you already know for sure.
Oh.
It probably should be things you already know. In fact.
Oh yeah. Well, I super already know. I don't know.
It should be things that
you can forget.
you know when you play well.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. I'm reading the rest of your notes, but I sent you the 2 things.
Okay.
Very good. Yeah, I think these are too detailed.
Okay.
This is like useful for you. Like, if you like, I'm looking at the Falco one. If I read all of this before a tournament set, I don't think I would feel more prepared to fight Falco.
Okay.
This would be something you could maybe read like every day when you're like working on the matchup. Like, let's say you're gonna go into a friendly session and be like, okay, I'm gonna, fight Falco. What do I need to remember? And then I read through these things and I'm like, oh yeah, like I remember this and this, but I never do this option, so I'm gonna make sure to implement it today. But for like a tournament set, I would just be like, well, again, it depends on you. I don't know what you normally feel like you do when you're playing really well versus him.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'll try to rework them.
Okay. So the Fox one was okay, but again, I think it was weird that it was something that you didn't even know until recently. Again, it should be stuff you primarily probably know. The Falco one, I think, is bad as to help you play in tournament at least.
Yeah,
it's not bad for something like playing friendlies, though.
Yeah, well, the Fox one, like, I thought you wanted me to write, like, about the F-tilts and stuff, because I didn't know anything about that.
I did want you to write about F-tilt just because I think that was something that would help you play better.
Yeah.
But it feels like your notes, like, primarily focused on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't really understand the other notes. The other notes are just like if you were teaching someone to play Melee. You'd be like, yeah, this is how Sheik works. She can do all of these things. And they'd be like, wow, cool. But, like, honestly, I mean, if that's all you need to know to remember to play well, then that's fine. But to me, like, personally, that would never help me play better. But, like, it might help you. So that's why for the Fox one, I wasn't sure. I think the Falcon one definitely will not help you play better, though. Does that make sense?
Okay, I will try to...
Yeah. But don't scrap this information. It's good information.
Okay.
It's just, like, you need to figure out which parts are essential to you playing well.
Okay.
What? Down smash gets destroyed by crouch. That's just a lie.
Not against every puff I've played on Earth.
You're very incorrect on that one.
Against every puff I've played, it's so
See, this
good.
is so funny. You're like, oh, I can down smash puff above 10%, but I can't check chase because of the one guy who has perfect slight DI. Like, see how inconsistent your logic is?
Hey, man. You're an all-star.
Nice. But yeah, like, what? You can't down smash puff until, like, fucking forever.
Oh,
You literally get F smashed, rested, wave dash. You get hit by everything for doing that.
I never get rested. I thought you couldn't rest unless it's like a...
You definitely can rest. You can rest it every time.
Oh, well, alright.
You can also just F smash.
Yeah. I play some scrub puffs. I don't know.
Clearly, what
It's
the
not
heck?
a common character.
Uh. Well, I think like. Okay, so like you're telling yourself to hold center and play patient. I think that's good. Not to chase her, that's good. I think that it's helpful to be specific about that if you know which cases, like, do you accidentally chase her or stop playing patiently sometimes when you fight her?
Yeah.
Do you know when those times are or when they happen?
When I'm really sweaty.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe you can write
I don't know. When I'm too panicky, I guess.
Okay, but like, what is causing you to panic? Are there situations in game or out of game, or like?
When I'm not patient, which is probably out of game.
Okay, so but you don't think there's anything in the match that is causing you to
No. I really think that I just lose my patience sometimes when I'm a
Okay.
clown.
Then how can you remind yourself to be patient then? Because like you told yourself to. Do you think just telling yourself to be patient is enough to be patient?
I think so. I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Well, like for me, it would be helpful personally to identify certain situations. Like for example, you said maintain center and play patient, but I might personally tell myself, okay, when Puff is cornered, play patient.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like being patient all the time.
Yeah, but like, I don't need to be reminded to play patient all the time because like I know how to play neutral versus Puff. You know, the part that like costs me the most is like not playing patiently when she's in the corner. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's just me. That doesn't mean it's true for you. But I'm just saying, like, do you see how, like, being more specific in that way could be potentially useful?
Yeah, that's true. The corner is like, if you're not patient in the corner, you get destroyed the most, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the other spots, it's just like, that's pretty much just telling me I have to actually play neutral.
You
know?
gotta believe me, that's hard for me.
Yeah. Well, apparently, which is why, like, a lot of your notes focusing on that, you know, isn't so bad. But do you see what I mean?
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's like, again, find notes that are useful to you and make sure you play well. And like being more specific will always help me because I'm like, oh, here's the specific spot where I need help to play well.
Got it.
Make sense?
Yep.
Cool. So also please do not down smash a Puff at 20%.
Okay.
That is so bad.
Alright. Can I down smash their shield?
Theoretically no, but up to you.
Nice.
I mean, you should get rested for down smashing your shield too.
Yeah, but I don't.
Yep. See, how can you have that mentality but be okay with?
Because I play dogs and birds way more often.
I see.
I don't play against balloons. There are no balloons. Okay, shall we look at?
I'm reading your notes.
Oh, you're still reading them. Okay.
Yeah. So, like, for example, I read all of that, and I feel like you could just boil that down into think about what zones to play in, and think about your DI.
Okay.
Like, if you, like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, if you don't already know all that, then, like, yeah, you might need to be that specific. But again, for me at least, I feel like if I didn't already know all this, I wouldn't be able to sit down in a tournament match and just do it. And then if I did know all of it, then I could just remind myself.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else to write.
Well, like I said, like, do you think it would be equally useful if you were just like, okay, remember how the zones work versus Falcon?
Well, if all of these fans were just remember how the zones work, I don't think I'd remember.
Well, no, versus Falcon, that's different. I didn't say that.
You're just talking about Falcon?
Yeah, I'm talking about Falcon.
Oh,
like, I'm reading them one by one and going through.
I mean, I guess that would make it more brief. Should I do it like that?
Yeah, but like, if I said that versus Falcon, like, remember how the zones work, would you know what that meant?
Yeah.
Do you think that would be a good reminder?
I think so. So I guess I could change all of that to be much less wordy.
Like, do you see what I mean? Because like I read like almost half of that just comes down.
A lot of it's more like I'm teaching someone else. I guess.
Yeah. Your game plans look a lot more like you're teaching someone than
tutorials.
Like
yeah. Okay.
Which is why I said you shouldn't scrap these because they're useful information that you can refer to, but it's not like it's what you need to read before a tournament match.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay.
So, like, for example, for the Falcon one, I would rewrite it to think about the zones, think about how to DI. And I would remind myself, okay, well, you know, here's how DI works, here's how the zones work. And I would remind myself of all that, and then I'd be fine.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
Cool. Marth staying grounded and crouching is the name of the game. Things. It was God Needles is key. This is so funny.
What?
Again, you're like, if you can't get the perfect punish, you can do something easy. But I bet you would never up smash a fox when you tech chase him.
Yeah.
How
Why
come?
are you
I feel
bullying
like
me,
is way harder than Marth.
Sammy, you're bullying me.
No, you're being inconsistent.
Up smashing is cheating, though.
Yeah, doing easier punishes versus Marth is also cheating. Why do you have so much pride for tech chasing?
I don't know.
You should think about it. Because
I want to tech chase. It's so sick.
Yeah, doing sick combos versus Marth is also sick.
Yeah, but those are easy.
Well, then if they're easy, why would you ever do an easier punish?
Because they're hard.
Aha, see? I'm just saying, like,
Stop making fun of me, Samuel.
I'm trying to help you realize consistency is good.
The problem is... Okay, there's no problem.
I just want you to think about it.
Okay.
Because, like, you're, like, so dedicated to the Fox and Falco tech chase that you're like, no, I will not do something easier. That's cheating. And then you're like, yeah, you can down smash Puff at 10%, and you can go for easy combos on Marth. It'll be fine.
Man.
But, like, when you fight Fox and Falco and you mess up, you get shined and take, like, 80. It sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just pointing it out for your own sake.
Okay. I studied a plug VOD this past week and versus Marth, and he just doesn't do anything difficult.
Yeah, of course not.
What if you
watch a plug VOD versus Fox and he just up smash?
Oh yeah.
What would you say? You'd be like, yeah, but that's bad.
Yeah, that is bad.
Yeah, so like, why is that different?
I don't know. Okay, but I don't know. But down throw F tilt looks so easy.
Yeah.
But then again, down
throw up smash on Fox is also really easy.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I just think about it. Okay. It's important to be consistent. It'll help you be a better player if you have the right attitude. Okay. I thought your Falcon notes were really good, though. They just needed to be compressed. But for Marth, I don't really feel like this is useful.
What?
Because I feel like you already know staying grounded and crouching is important.
Yeah, sometimes I forget and jump and get swatted.
Okay, if you forget, that's fine. Okay, so the first 2 lines then are fine.
Okay, sometimes I'm greedy and jump out of up throw all the time because bad marts never punish me. So.
I think you should pretty much always jump out if there's a top platform to go to.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even on, like, FD. I'll always jump out if it's a bad mark, pretty much. Until they've proven their value as a swordsman.
I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess these notes are fine then.
Okay.
If you think it's important to tell yourself to not always jump, then I think that's fine.
Okay, what do you think about the peach one and the ices one?
I'm reading them.
Oh man, we're almost out of time in the lesson.
Yeah, but this is extremely important.
Oh, okay.
So that you play good in tournament.
Okay. Who needs to play good in tournament? Not me.
You do.
Oh.
Maintaining stage. Okay. When we talked about Peach last time, what did we talk about you doing differently?
There's a lot of micro interaction situations. I don't remember.
I remember I told you a lot of things where I was like, why do you keep like charging ground needles and then trying to hard read her with early aerial and stuff?
Yeah, that's kind of what I wrote. I compressed it, but yeah, it says don't needle.
So yeah, that's what I'm asking. So like when you say don't needle or jump that spacing to the wrist reward is bad, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, cause like.
So for you that note made sense, right?
Yeah. So
will that remind you not to do like bad ground needle charges and cancels?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for me that wouldn't help, but for you it would. So that's actually a good example of a good note.
Okay. Yeah, and then that's what I meant with jump also. Like, I do...
The rising... So for you, the jump reminds you of the rising aerials?
Yeah. Because, like, the risk reward's very bad there. Because, like, I'm just predicting the future.
But then the other thing is, I think... If you remember that, that's fine, but you're going to become better as a player, hopefully. And then you will probably internalize that and it won't be a problem anymore. So then over time, like, that would have to change. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, once you get to the point where you stop doing bad needles and jumps in general, that won't be an unnecessary note for your tournament matches.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So just keep that in mind.
Okay, and now we're on the final boss. Ice climbers.
On the platform, so... Okay. That seems fun. I think.
Cool.
Good. And did you read what I told you?
You told me something?
Yeah, in iMessage.
Oh, I got a massage. Okay. Okay, these are very helpful. I shall save them for eternity.
So you can rework your notes based on what we said.
Mm-hmm.
And then next time they should be easy to read because they will be very short, hopefully. And again, I need you to remember that they will need to change because, like, the Peach thing, you should fix that like within the next couple of times you fight Peach, and then it just won't be a problem anymore. You know?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Anyway, is the match of you and Zach playing?
Yes. I just picked a random friendly because I was pressed for time.
That's fine. Oh, when you had those needles, you probably needed to throw them earlier.
Yeah, it's like I don't think I had many needles.
Yeah, so you can still throw them earlier. It's like unintuitive because you're like, I want to delay my needles to get the maximum advantage.
But then like I would have some advantage, but not enough to grab. But I think it would still put me in a situation where I could pressure him.
Actually, be very safe. But Sheik players aren't willing to do the safe needles that don't get them a hit.
Yeah, because they're trying to get that grippity grab.
Yep. Sure.
Huh. I don't think I used my invincibility.
Yep, you've used your invincibility. I was just about to say you used your respawn pretty horribly, and then look what happened. You're just like next to Fox, and he just hit you. Now he's owning you again.
Oh yeah, I was very confused about how to tech chase in these sessions.
Why?
Because I thought maybe doing what I normally do is not good.
Oh, why'd you needle turnaround?
I don't know.
You should have just needled him again, right?
Yeah, maybe I thought I for some reason Waveland came to mind.
Oh, it makes sense you could have just thrown your needles, right?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. That seemed a lot harder. Oh, I got an up tilt. That's cool.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I don't think you're reacting in a lot of spots, but I can't tell how much of it's snap play.
This connection was really bad.
Yeah, like look at that dash attack when he dropped down shined. Like, I thought that was like
maybe it was an attempted full hop nair, but that's all I could think of. Cause I remember this connection like dropping.
Like I feel like I could literally see the shine before you even chose to dash attack. You know?
Yeah. I think it's a combination of bad net play connection making me forced to play worse, but also like it might even make bad habits happen.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, like that was a pretty bad dash attack too, right? So we go back and look.
Yeah.
You like
I don't even understand.
Look at it. Wow. Like he had already jumped.
Yeah, he's not even there.
Yeah. Wow. So I think there's like a lot of missed reactions, but
yes.
Or like even here, this is the second time this happened where you like wave landed on the platform and then you like threw a needle or something. But like if you look at his movement, he wasn't gonna just sit there after his laser, right? So that needle was probably not gonna.
That's probably me being dumb too, actually, because like I do.
You did that earlier in the game too.
Yeah, I just assume my opponent cannot create decisions to avoid me.
Yeah, it's like he's not. Or like that dash attack, right? Like you didn't check that he grabbed. You actually tricked him with the run off waveland. That was kind of cool. But like you should have turned around and grabbed him, right?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Nice. That was really cool.
Thanks, but I got burnied.
That happens.
Yeah.
I still think when they're invincible, you move too preemptively. This is like the second time, and this time he got owned for it. Like, see, he's just standing on the ground. So for him to hit you from down there, he has to jump and double jump, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you don't have to move. You can just sit on the top platform. Because if you're on the top platform and he's on the ground, you're in a pretty safe spot.
Yeah, I can play reactively after one jump.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can wait to see him jump in place first before making a decision.
That's true. I'm not used to foxes sharking me that well. I'm just staying patient.
It's just because your movement was predictable. And the worst part is you just didn't have to do that. You know?
Just think, why did I up air?
You might have meant to JC grab.
Oh, this is a great game. Oh my god.
Show grab back.
Well.
A mistake a lot of people make here is something you kind of did. But when you did the bear, you see how you drifted really far back into the stage?
Yeah, I was thinking, what if I drifted such that I land on ledge afterwards?
Yeah, you would much rather do that or like something or barely on stage because like if he shortens and you drift too far back in, you actually can miss the side B. But like
Yeah.
you should just trust your reaction because I think people intuitively drift away because they're like, oh no, I don't want to get hit by it. But
Yeah,
like in
yeah.
reality, all that does is make it harder.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's the end of the game. Well, I recorded a pretty quick game.
Yeah, that's
But
fine. But we saw some important stuff, right? I think the invincibility thing is pretty important from both sides.
mm-hmm.
So play and then um I think those are not net play related,
Yeah.
but I think everything else is at least a little bit net play related.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Playing my connection with SFAT is pretty icky.
Mm-hmm. I think that's reasonable.
I wanted to play with Aslan more, but he didn't want to play lately. Yeah. Oh yeah. There. I should have told you there is a tournament on Friday, but that I could have gone to if I woke up like an hour and a half early for work. But
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get sleep well the past like 4 days, and
Mm-hmm.
and then also on top of the fact that I didn't really know how to tech chase, so I kind of just decided not to go.
I think that's
Uh,
reasonable.
yeah. So I'm changing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seemed like a big waste of time. Um. So I don't know what to do now for the last 10 minutes. We could look at doubles, maybe.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. I'm not sure. Like I saw two doubles lessons, but I don't really know. Yeah, no, doubles is confusing. So what should we look at? Should we look at you in Swedish?
I'm done. Just show me whatever you want to watch.
Okay. Okay. There you go.
Oh, we watched some of this together once, right?
Did we?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Cool.
Almost.
I don't actually remember we had a doubles lesson.
I thought we talked about it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm lying. I watched a little bit of it with someone. Maybe it was Griffin, but I thought it was you. Because it was you, I don't want to just say the same thing I said last time, but maybe I will have
If that lesson was recorded, I could just watch that.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, we only have like 10 minutes, so I'll talk about some stuff. Okay, do you want to watch from the beginning?
Whatever you think is best.
Okay, we can talk about it. Okay, so let's see what's up here. So Falco Sheik, stadium's kind of special because you guys have like a pretty good camping strategy on that stage, and same on Battlefield, kinda. So what you'll see is like I'm probably gonna drop through laser, and Swedish will jump up to the side platform, and then that way like I control the ground, and Swedish has air needles to control space.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then like the Falco kind of picks when to go in, and the Sheik just kind of follows up. So here I feel like I see a good chance versus PPU, so I run forward and CC him, and then SFAT is gonna get ready to go in on me now that I hit PPU, and then Swedish is like, oh well, SFAT's gonna go in to stop Sammy from going in, so I'm gonna cover him. Does that make sense?
Yes. Huh.
So it's like you guys kind of take turns, right? It's like good. You can tell all four people know teams because it's like, okay, we fought. I mean, I think if SFAT was better, he would have just ran down and fought because I think there's no reason for him to laser because it's like a waste of time. But you see, he covers his teammate. Swedish covers me, and then I think after Swedish was fighting, he should have just rolled away and let me laser because it was like, oh look, like you already covered me. You're not going to be able to fight Fox at 0 right next to him. So like, let me do the fighting,
Mm-hmm.
So see, he moves out of my way.
Yeah. No, you guys are super separated.
Yeah, it happens. We got separated. Partially because Swedish kind of tried to force the fight versus SFAT, and then
Hmm.
he got outplayed. But like he didn't have to do that, right? He could have just chilled on the platform, and then SFAT would have double jumped or something, and then Swedish would have just been there and like forward tilted him or something, you know?
Okay.
So that shows like the value of like not attacking into the corner and just like playing solid so you guys don't get separated. Because getting outplayed in the corner sucks.
Yeah, he gave up the center and then completely turned the situation.
Yeah, and then we're getting fucked up now because like, did you see his ledge hop fair? Like he could have
Yeah,
just
yeah.
ledge dash, but he ledge hop faired, and now it's like okay. So like now I felt pressured to go help him, but I was actually fucking pew pew up in my 1v1.
Yeah.
So like if you look at my thing, look at my side now. So I'm gonna see. I got the hit. I got the hit, and then I'm like, okay, I overshot everything because I was like, I want to be with Swedish.
Wow.
And now you know he should just play patient again and just wait, and he does that. Does the right thing.
Yeah, Rocky's told me many times to ledge dash instead of ledge jump aerial.
Yeah.
In doubles especially.
Yeah. But and this is good. He's playing.
I like the down smash. I would fair and then die to Marth.
I like the down smash too.
Genius. It covers both.
It was a very bad edge card though, because he just didn't jump out all the way. I don't know why.
It's hard.
It's not. It's
Okay.
it's actually easy. So anyway, see what I'm gonna do here. So see how Swedish doesn't like try too hard to save me though, because it's like, it's not really his job to save me. Like if I'm dead, you know, I'm dead. He doesn't have to like put himself at risk between a Marth and a Fox just to maybe get a save. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So now, see, I'm just gonna hold center because, like, you know, it's easy to save Swedish from just bearing and lasering. And again, I'm not gonna try to save him too hard. If they kill him, they kill him.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm gonna get out of here. And you notice, even though I took a risk and got hit by SFAT, I did it at the timing where Swedish was respawning. So I specifically waited until like Swedish was gonna come back, so that even if I got hit, it would be fine. And I made sure to do it on the side that Swedish would be on. Like I didn't stay between.
I never remember the spawn platform positions.
It's very useful.
You remember all the stages, different ports.
I don't know if I do actually.
That's crazy. I guess you could remember when the game starts, where your friend is, and where you are.
Sure.
Uh,
So we didn't edge guard properly, but whatever. That's because Swedish was not very proactive. I was like, let's get it. And he's just like, let's shield.
Let's
Like-
shield.
He just had to go get it. So then
Yeah,
I
he
gotta
shielded
do
for a very long time.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. So see, I went in, and this is what the carry should do. He should go in, create space for his support, and then he should come back to them. So you watch, I'm going to go past Pew Pew, and I'm going to come back. So it's like that back air zoned out SFAT, but also attack Pew Pew. And then Swedish, when he sees me go in, is like, oh, I can go in. And he's just going to follow me. He made the mistake, though, of not treating his situation like a 1v1. And proper teams play, the guy in the back should always pretend like he's 1v1ing the guy in the front of the other team.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
The guy in the back should always make sure he's 1v1ing the guy in the front of the other team. Well,
Yeah,
is
that's
it
how you
XY,
should
XY?
Yeah, so it's
okay.
like he should pretend he's 1v1ing Pew Pew, and he should just pretend like I'm not there, pretty much.
Okay.
Because if he just assumes that I'll cover an option, like Pew Pew might wave dash through me and then like down tilt or dash attack or something, or approaching Nair. And if Swedish is like, oh, my teammate's there, I don't have to worry about that, then he might just get hit. So you just need to treat it like you're fighting the guy in front and then just follow your teammate.
Yeah.
Because if you play too passively, like you can be tricked or outplayed. So you need to watch them carefully. So, you know, Swedish would have never got hit by that F smash if they were playing like a singles match, you know?
Oh, so because Pew Pew just randomly went through you and F smashed, Swedish was not ready?
Yeah, but if he was just treating it like it was a singles match, he would have, like, I don't know, thrown a needle and I would have crossed Pew Pew up. Or he would have, like, short hop fared or, like, run up crouched or shielded, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
But instead, he was just trying to, like, position behind me.
Yeah, I'm noticing there's no more needle laser clowniness.
Yeah, we have to reset to neutral. So I actually think that's a big weakness a lot of people have in teams, is they don't reset to neutral if it's a strong position to do so. So like with our team, it's actually very, very valuable to reset to a neutral situation instead of fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think like we were mostly just pushing advantages, so it's kind of okay.
Okay.
But if we get back to neutral, we'll see. So somehow we killed Pew Pew in all of this. Did I trick him somehow? Oh, I tricked him very hard. He got outplayed. And see, I'm just going to zone SFAT. Swedish finishes the kill. Nice. So hopefully we get back together and we reset to neutral soon.
Oh, I like the down smash.
You do like the down smash?
Yeah.
Let me see it. It was okay. He should have held shield afterwards, though.
Yeah.
Instead of rolling.
It's interesting that it clanked.
He rolled to the outside, and Pew Pew, even though Pew Pew did outplay him, it's like, well, obviously Pew Pew wants to be near his teammate anyway.
Yeah,
so
if you just hold shield, then, like, you can do something about it if you can.
Yeah, and, like, what is Marth gonna do to us, right? But instead, he, with this one decision, he, like, got us super separated, which sucks. So now I have to be extra safe, and then I outplay Pew Pew again, and I'm just, okay, he finally gets me. But, and see, it took me that long before. So I had to play really well to make sure we didn't get fucked up.
Yeah. What do you do about that grab?
I don't know. Not much. So now we have invincibility, so this is super important. I'm going to go for Marth, because Marth is easier to hit than Fox.
Wow.
Right. That makes sense. Okay. Swedish was slow. No. See, so I saved Swedish without committing too hard. I feel like Swedish is doing a good job picking up off all my hits, if you've noticed. And a lot of the times it's just because he's playing patient. Lots of people in teams commit too early, but he's just like waiting, and then he sees something, and then he hits them,
Yeah.
Except there, which made me very sad, because now I have to save him, right?
Yeah.
And now he's just going to follow me in, see?
Well, you ran behind him. Interesting.
Well, I didn't think he was going to stand there. I thought he would give me space.
Oh.
Because, like, if he's too close to me, then I can't back up. But, like, if I'm playing, like, a 1v1, like, if this were a singles match, like, I might want to back up.
You wanted Swedish to run in and fight?
No, I just wanted space.
Oh.
Like, I did not want to attack Marth. Like, if I was playing singles versus Marth, I might retreating laser once and then go in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I think it makes sense for him to give me that space.
So you wanted him to walk forward a bit?
No, like, walk backwards.
Oh.
Like, I want him to give me space to play with, like, behind me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he should have played not directly behind me. You want to play, like, maybe a roll away from your teammate. Because, like, that way they have space to back up, but, like, you can still follow up on anything. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then here I was expecting him to full hop. Because we had talked about it, but it was like, oh, look, if you're in front of me and I'm lasering, you can always just, like, jump, and then they get lasered, and you can do falling.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so, like, he can full hop needle charge while I laser, right?
Yes.
So I thought, like, oh, I went behind you, this is fine, I'll just keep lasering, you can move. But he just, like, didn't move for some reason. I don't really know why. But we had even talked about it, so... And now we threw. We threw. But maybe we can still win. I'm dying. Like an idiot. I thought also Swedish would come fight with me. But he didn't want to fight with me, I guess. I was a lonely Falco.
Oh. That's the worst.
Yeah, we should have won this game. Wait, why didn't he fight with me? I was because I didn't want to waste my invincibility, and I was like, if we're gonna win this match, it's gonna be because like we made a comeback, not because we like camped them till they messed up,
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, well, this is okay. So Swedish runs away, and then he can just come back. But look how long he waited.
Yeah, he just can't.
Like, and then he didn't get. But like, it would have been safe for him to go over there because I would have protected him because I was.
Yeah, you just love the tree.
Yeah, but he just waited there until my invincibility ran out.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I guess I didn't play that amazing, but also like, I don't think me fighting was wrong because it was like, oh, look, they're both high percent. If we just get one kill here, it's like easy, you know?
Yeah, not what? Why is he doing this?
Yeah, I don't know. But like, this is the importance of like.
Now that you pointed it out, I'm upset looking at it.
Yeah. And people don't really notice that stuff, but it's like.
Yeah, I never.
Did you see how he actually threw that game for us with just like a couple simple decisions? Wow, obviously, for like a good team, it wouldn't have mattered. But like, you know, that one time he like rolled outside and got downered by Pew Pew, we got separated for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing people don't think about is like, some of those situations didn't cost us because like I outplayed them or something. But me outplaying them is like kind of RNG. It's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I outplayed them that time. But what about this time when I was alone next to the tree and I got outplayed? So it's like, even if that time didn't cost us, I kind of view it in a more general way, which is like, okay, I have a 50-50 chance of outplaying them, let's say. Oh, I made it so your blunder didn't get us killed this time, but then like later I just got outplayed and it cost us. But if you like didn't force me to have to outplay them this time, then like I might have won a different one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You get what I mean? Because like I can like, if I have like, because it's all just like RNG for how much I outplay them, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, here's Druggedfox's skill against Pew Pew's skill, so he has this % chance of outplaying him.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to like force that RNG roll more than necessary.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I have a lot to think about when I analyze more doubles.
Cool. Hopefully give you some ideas. Also for Falco Sheik, you guys should definitely reset to neutral instead of fight, especially versus certain teams. You know, remembering that it's a good strat is important. Remembering Sheik can full hop over lasers is very important. You can also roll out of the way. Giving space for your teammate to work with if he needs to retreat, but like also following them in.
Okay.
I actually played Falco Sheik with Ginger.
Oh, cool.
At Pound, and I remember he was really good at it. But my one complaint, which I didn't tell him, but you might tell him if you play with him, is when he goes in, sometimes he just keeps going in. And the problem with that is, did you see like when I went in, I like went back to Swedish so that we could fight Mark together?
Yeah.
Imagine if I just kept going in and then like Swedish got zoned out or something.
I see.
Okay. Or imagine if like I went in and it was like a double Fox or like a Fox Falco team, you know, like a team that's really good at fighting, and then they just collapsed on me and then I had to like 1v2 them. And like I just lost that, and like I'm at 0 as Falco or something. I might just get destroyed, right?
Yeah, it relies on them succeeding in that.
Yeah. So like a lot of the times when Ginger went in, it was versus Lux and Lint, and he was at like 0, and I was at like 80, which is fine that he went in. But then like he went in so hard that he was getting like 1v2'd, and the games where he outplayed them, we won pretty easily because he was just better than them. But the games where he wasn't able to do that, it was like, wow, I'm stuck on the outside. Because if I go in and I get back aired once, it takes me like 3 seconds to come back. And then he would take like 100 damage.
Yeah.
But if he like went in and then like came back to me, I could like help him fight one of the guys. And then they couldn't like force the 2v1 as easily.
Yeah, I think that seems like the better play than going too far in. Yeah.
But usually players either don't go in because they're bad, or they're like, oh, it's my job to go in, and then they just go in and get distracted by the fight.
I see.
And they don't think about their teammate enough.
Okay.
But, you know, like, let's say I was a Fox instead of a Sheik, it'd be really easy for me to follow him, so he doesn't have to worry about me following as much. Because I could just, like, run all the way in there, you know?
Yeah. Huh.
But especially with Sheik, you want to take advantage of the fact that you guys have, like, a lot of synergy, a lot of good neutral stuff, and like Sheik can't really follow you from the corner. So.
That makes sense. So going
like she can follow you until you get between them, but then it's up to you to like make it work right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so I have a lot to think about. I should rewatch just what you just said, and then write it all down, and then think about it when I watch stuff.
Yep.
Cool.
So see, we had time to talk about useful stuff still, right?
Hooray. Alright, thank you so much. I'll rework the game plans for next time. I'll anal some dubs, and I'll...
and then fix the stuff versus Fox.
Yeah.
Like the invul and the wavelands. Even just that could make a big difference.
Okay, will do.
Okay, see ya.
See ya. Thanks.